Helen Yee here in Las Vegas for UFC International Fight Week, being joined by the UFC Hall of Famer himself, Mr. Cub Swanson. Now, how special was that moment to have all your kids, your family in attendance? And I know there wasn't one dry eye in the room during your speech.
Well, you try to get me emotional again already, but it felt amazing. I felt like in this sport, you're so selfish with your time, and in the last couple of years, especially since having to slow down and have kids and really give my attention to other people besides myself, I've really put into perspective of people I needed to thank along the way, and I had this opportunity, and I wanted to make sure that all these people that played a big part in my role of me getting here, that I get to thank them.
Yeah, absolutely, and you did such a great job. I know you made your pro MMA debut almost 18 years ago, July 25th, 2004. Do you ever get a moment to kind of reflect on this journey?
No, not too often. This one was a huge one for me, and I always tell people, like, when people talk about LeBron James and how far he's been in the game of basketball, I'm almost on that same timeline. I think he's like 6 months ahead of me as far as being a professional. So I've been on this grind for a long time. And, the ability to have something like this and be honored for that, it felt like that little bit of a pat on the back I needed to keep going.
Well, it's certainly very well deserved. But when can your fans kind of expect to see you back in there?
I'm looking at September, October. I'm in no rush these days. I don't, blow through my money. I'm pretty good with it, and I enjoy spending time with my family. And I've really been enjoying doing things that I know I'm going to be doing once I'm done fighting, managing, commentating, training guys. So I was trying to really focus on that stuff, and then now I'm about to focus back on myself and get a fight in this year.
Will you be doing more family vlogs? Because those are always fun to watch.
Yeah, we kind of go through little spurts where we like doing it, and then we're like, man, because it gets overwhelming. It really, I need to do the social media more, but I'm so, me and my wife do so much that we really focus on the kids and try to give them the attention. I know fans want to see more of us, but we only can do it when we want to. It's like little spurts. But yeah, I love the fans knowing what we're doing, because I want people to know we're normal people. I'm changing diapers, and me and my wife are doing it together. We're like a great team, and we're still living our dreams, but at the same time, we're just normal people, and we just want to be relatable in that fashion.
And you have quite the impressive resume. 2 wins on that resume, Charles Oliveira, Dustin Poirier, incredible names. What do you make of kind of their careers, and also Charles Oliveira and his resurgence and his run now at 155?
I'm proud. I'm proud to have shared the octagon with them. I'm proud of what they've done in their career as of late. Especially Dustin Poirier, with his foundation. It's like I wanted to do those kinds of things and kept thinking, it's not time yet, I'll do it eventually, and then you see somebody like him doing it and going, man, I should have started stuff like that already. And so it's inspiring to watch guys just grow as human beings and keep becoming better people than they already were. So Charles and Dustin Poirier, those two, I'm big fans of, and I'm glad to see they're still doing well.
Who do you think makes sense for Dustin to fight next? Because it looks like he was trying to call out Nate or call out anybody, but he doesn't have any fight. I
really thought the Nate Diaz fight was great. I wanted to see that. But yeah, I hope he stays active, because, I love watching him fight.
And what about Charles?
Charles is great. He keeps surprising me. I knew when I fought him that he had all the tools. I think cutting to 145 was really taking it out of him, and it felt like he really didn't believe in himself 100% yet. And at 55, it's like he's like a new man. I didn't think he was going to win a couple of those fights, but man, he just keeps shocking the world. And so, for that, I'm proud of him.
Now, a lot of people are wondering what should be next for him, being kind of the uncrowned champ at 155. A lot of people want to see him fight Islam, but then he's kind of calling for maybe a Conor fight. What do you make of all that?
He wants to get paid, and, he wants the big fights. Islam is a dangerous fight, not as big of a name. So in his mind, he wants the big fights, and I think he deserves it. He's did everything they asked of him, and I think he should be able to pick his next fight.
I love your passion for wanting to help the next generation. So what do you think should be needed to continue to improve the sport of MMA and grow? Because I know some people have thought, is it open scoring? Is it digital scales? Like, what do you think?
I think all those things, we should just be implementing them on a trial basis and get, open scoring. I think, Joe Rogan just talked about the 10-9 system has never been, tailored for us MMA fighters. I think we could have a better system. I think the gloves could be better. I don't want the sport to stop evolving. I think there's still so much room for growth. Let's not be like boxing. I think boxing has gotten, is an amazing sport that I love so much. But, a lot of these boxers are like, we've been doing this for so long. We know what we're doing. And there's just the evolution isn't as there. It's not as much. Like, we're barely getting boxers that are doing strength conditioning programs because they thought that you shouldn't be doing that. And so I think MMA has helped boxing progress. But us as a sport need to keep progressing.
And lastly, a huge trilogy tonight goes down. Max Holloway versus Alex Volkanovski. Who do you favor?
Man, I really hate picking this fight. I feel like we've already seen 10 rounds of it. I think we're going to see 5 more rounds of it. I think it's going to be razor close, and I have a feeling that Volkanovski's going to keep it. But I really feel like it's going to be another one where we're looking at the judges going, who won that?
Oh, and last thing, Urijah Faber has told me he wants to fight you. So where do those talks stand?
Yeah, we've bumped into each other. We're both down to do it. We both think the fans want it. We know the fans want it. I think it's ultimately us agreeing upon a weight, and I don't want to do it unless it's in California or in Vegas and on a big show, because I feel like it's a fan favorite fight. I think they want it, but if we could do it in California, especially in Palm Springs, then that would be my preference.
Yes, all the fans would love that. And what would you like to tell all your fans who can't wait to see more of you, the Hall of Famer?
Yeah, I have not retired yet. I get asked that question quite a bit. I'm still doing it. I'm still looking for perfection. I think that my last fight showed that I'm still growing. And just keep being fans. I appreciate you, and I'll keep fighting until I can't anymore.